10-inch 24-volt cordless snow shovel, Snow Joe. Don't go away. Hey team, it's Russ. A little winter episode per se. I purchased a Snow Joe 10-inch 24-volt cordless snow shovel. So I thought I would just share it with you guys if anyone's interested in learning more about the product. I'm not shilling these things. I purchased it on QVC. Where you can find them, I'll leave some links below where they're currently available. So the things we're going to cover in this video today is why did I buy this piece of equipment? Number two, where do I plan to use it? 3, we're going to do an unboxing, and 4, I'm going to do a quick demo. So starting with number 1, why did I buy it? Okay, I have a large 20 horse Sears snow thrower, gas powered. It will eat through a foot and a half of snow. It'll throw it across the street, and it's a great piece of equipment. Sometimes it's overkill to get that snowblower out, and you can see I have a video from snowblowing last year. You can link to the video above just for fun if you guys want to check it out. I wanted to get this because I live on a corner property. I have quite a bit of sidewalk down one side, across the front. There is a bus stop near me, and I just feel as though it's my obligation to keep the sidewalk clear during inclement weather, light snows, things like that. And I also like to keep my driveway clean. So what I do when we have those smaller 1 to 2 inch snows, I'll be honest, I'll just go out with my shovel and I'll manually shovel it off. Because sometimes it's overkill to go grab the snowblower from the shed, burn through all that fuel, you know, buzz down and back, and I don't know, it seems like overkill. So I saw these Snow Joe snow shovel on QVC. It's only a 10-incher. It's not huge, but it's like, you know what? With all the sidewalk I have now, if I could buzz down one side and maybe buzz up the other, what normally takes me, I'll be, you know, legit. It could, if I'm taking my time, it could take me 15 minutes to shovel that off. I mean, I could probably be done in like 5 minutes. Just go down once, come back the other way. If I feel like cleaning part of my driveway or the walkway to my front door, this could be the ticket. It's also a very light piece of equipment, and it could be used by other people in my household. And like I said, I do have kids that walk the sidewalks to get school buses, and I just feel it's my obligation. Besides, you're supposed to clear your sidewalk when it snows. So anyway, where did I get this? I happened to be watching QVC one day, and there it was. And I was like, you know, I think I paid, I'll put a note below in the video. I think it was like 160 bucks, somewhere in there for this. I have seen them on the Snow Joe website where you can buy them at a discount. Sometimes people return them for various reasons, you know, isn't what they expected, or they had some kind of problem. So it's like refurbished, repackaged. So there's some good deals out there. So let's open this thing up. I want to show you guys what's in the box, and it's new to me too. And let's get into it. So as you can see in the box, we have our instruction manual. We'll be reviewing that shortly. The snow thrower is packed in here with this plastic blade. We have a box here. We'll open that momentarily. Obviously, we have a battery here. We have a small satchel of parts, which we'll take a look at, and then we have the piece of equipment. So let's get this all out of the box and do a closer inspection. All right, so let's open the little baggie here. This are probably some hardware, nicely packed. So that's your hand turns. Obviously that's going to be to put the two parts of the assembly together to make one long rigid shovel. This looks like a really easy assembly. Obviously the 24-volt battery, proprietary Snow Joe. Looks somewhat similar to the battery pack that is on my Flow Zone sprayer. Of course, it's not identical and it's labeled with Snow Joe. And there is a indicator light here on the back, so it looks like it came with a full charge. But we'll read the instructions. Okay, the last surprise is what's in this box. Obviously, it makes sense. It's the charger that the battery is going to fit into. This assembly is going to be quick. Okay, so inside the baggie that had the instructions, we have our registration document, which allows you to exercise a 2-year warranty, so I'll be using that today. It also came with a Winsome Dough e-gift card for $20. Looks like you can apply that to their online store. And of course, we have the full instruction set. All right, now if we take a look at the instructions, we have unpacking, we have assembly, which is essentially connecting the poles, inserting the joint fixing bolts, which I did unpack a few minutes ago. Very similar to a lawnmower, like, you know, the handles. That's pretty much the assembly. There's information here on the lithium-ion battery pack operation. It does indicate that there is a battery charge level indicator. All 3 lit means it's at a high level. 2, it's at a decreasing, and 1 level, battery's flat, stop working immediately and charge the battery. Okay. Charger operation, the 24-volt lithium battery packs do not develop a memory when charged after only a partial discharge, therefore it's not necessary to run the battery pack down. Well, that's really good to know. According to the instructions here, there are 2 LEDs on the charger. There's a red and a green. Red is when it's charging, green is when it's fully charged. Okay, so assembly. We're going to undo this tie strip, which kept it secure. Remove this piece of protective cardboard. And as you guys can see, this assembles into a pole. We're going to insert the fasteners. So we have a rigid piece of constructed snow shovel here. All right, so I've assembled the pole. Took all of 2 minutes. Turn these a little snug. And then we have the finished product. I mean, this is it. Obviously this handle is adjustable. You can loosen this, turn it to a comfortable position. But now let's just do a closer inspection before we pull the trigger, and let's review the product itself. This is the rubber blade that's going to spin to pick the snow up. There is a hard piece of plastic here on the bottom that will aid it in scraping it and getting it to the desired height for pickup. This is what's going to throw. It throws it out the chute. Okay. It is a 10-inch blade, so you guys can see as we proceed up the shaft. We had the first connector, little Snow Joe wording here. We have our second connector, and then we have our handle here, which we can turn to and lock to a position that's comfortable ergonomically for use, and then you can tighten that fitting in. Let's check the handle. So as you can see, this is a 24-volt ion system. There is a safety. Okay, you do need to push the button in before you pull the trigger. The battery is going to attach here. So let's put the battery on it and give it a quick run. Hey, Lawn Journey friends, got a little snow out here today in Jersey, so we're gonna test out our new Snow Joe. As you can see, I already did a little mini test. Snow's not deep enough to get the big gas powered blower out, so this is the optimal time to use the new 24-volt Snow Joe thrower. Come hang out with me for a minute. We're just gonna clear a little snow here off my sidewalk. Check out the final result, pretty handy. For the small snows, I think it probably beats shoveling. So you may want to know how I'm finishing this job with a shovel. Dead. One indicator light, dead. Not too happy. Interesting. So I think this 24-volt battery was rated to run 20-25 minutes. It's probably, maybe I got 15 minutes out of it. Now granted, when I got out here, the snow is not what I expected. It's very wet. In fact, as I was pushing this, I wasn't even throwing snow because it was so slushy-ish. It was not powdery at this point. So, I don't know. Final decision to be determined. I'm not terribly thrilled with it. Very disappointed in how quickly this battery ran down. I think I'll give you a quick tour of my sidewalk. The sidewalk area I wanted to do probably runs about 30 feet in that direction. Probably about 90, I'll say 90 feet if I come around this turn. You guys are familiar with this from my lawn journeys, lawn videos. And I went all the way down to the tree that's down there near the horse that's set up. They're putting some street lights in down there. I wasn't even able to finish the sidewalk with that battery, so I had to bring the shovel out. I will give it a second chance with some lighter, fluffier snow in the future. But I have to say, not overly impressed, especially with the battery life. And as you guys can see, actually it's showing 2 lights now. It was 1 a minute ago, yet it runs and stops. It's surely not being restricted in any way. I think it's just the battery is done for. And this was fully charged. Took it right off the charger. Definitely not currently Lawn Journey approved. Will I return it? That's to be determined. All right, Lawn Journey friends. So the conclusion of the story is the Snow Joe actually failed. When I was out in the driveway with it, when I thought the battery was dead, where I was pulling the trigger, it was running and stopping. And then I made an observation that there were still 2 lights on the battery at one point. I had thought that I had exhausted the battery. We had another snow a couple days later. I fully charged the battery again, hours before the snow. I took it outside, I put it on there, and it was a snow blower snow. So I was just going to use the Snow Joe shovel to do the walkway to my front door. Same thing, pull the trigger, it runs, it stops. Pull the trigger, it runs, it stops. I mean, it only has 20 minutes on it. I really don't know what happened. I did purchase it from QVC. I called them up. They sent me a return merchandise authorization, and I'm sending it back for a full refund. It was $169. To be honest with you, unless it's a really powdery snow, I kind of felt as though I was pushing snow more like a plow, because it wasn't all getting picked up and then shot. I've seen it used on TV, and if it's powdery, it looks like it probably works rather well, but not for my application. So leave some comments on the video below if you guys have one. Let me know if you've had a similar problem. Let me know if yours works. I was thinking about doing a replacement, but there are none available on QVC, and I'm not so sure I want to make that investment again right now to go to Snow Joe direct. I'm a big fan of the Sun Joe products. I love the Thatcher Scarifier. You guys can link to videos here on that. So they make a lot of good products. This one, it could be a one-off. Maybe I got a bad unit. I don't know what to tell you. So anyway, leave the comments. We can have a little chat about it. I'd appreciate to know what your experience is with it. I'm not going to pan it, but it didn't work for me. I'm sending it back. I mean, they sell tons of them, so maybe I got a bad one. I wish you guys a prosperous and healthy 2022. Subscribe to the channel. Probably be doing a couple other videos possibly over the winter if there's anything interesting going on. Otherwise, I hope to see you guys in the spring when we get back at it and get out on our lawns again and get our turf shining to have that best lawn in the neighborhood. Get out there, get it done, and I'll see you guys next time on Lawn Journeys.